When I designed the scoped rifle case, I started thinking about some of my mentors and the people that have inspired me. When I thought of the person that represented that the best for this product, it was Kim's grandfather, Oran.
Couple things that always remind me of my grandfather, and we called him Pawpaw. One of those things being camo coveralls. He always had, jeans and a t-shirt on underneath, but he always had them on. So when I see pictures like this, I mean, so good. Grew up just outside Louisville, Mississippi, and went to the Air Force. Right before he went, he married my grandmother, who's from the same area, and then they moved to Alaska so he could be in the Air Force, and they had 4 children. He always took care of his family, and he always took care of all of his things. Like, he was so good at, no matter how big or small or important or not important, he always took care of all of his things. And we would always spend so much time after whatever adventure we were doing, taking care of our things, cleaning them up, putting them away. He was so prideful about everything that he owned.
He had multiple generations of plows, some of which were, you would hook to a mule, and they were all still lined up right next to, a modern tiller, and all of them looked like you could hook up to them and use them, with maybe add some tack. Not everybody does that. Not everybody takes pride in every little thing. I think that in some ways, what we try to do at Ren and Ivy, attention to the details, attention to the small things with an eye to the past while trying to make things functional for the future. So this is Oran in a bush plane in Alaska. What's really cool is those are skis. He's landing this thing on the ice. We have all these pictures of him salmon fishing and killing a moose and flying the plane, and he's wearing a neck brace the whole time. You just couldn't keep him down. This is his actual rifle that we still have, pre-64 Winchester. And it was the rifle that we sized the case after, that we named after him. His pre-64 Winchester is another great example of the totem we talk about. It's just a gun. It's just a rifle. Not only that, it's just an old rifle. But what it represents to our family is bush planes and adventure, never stopping, a daily pursuit of the outdoors. It's a representation of a lifestyle, and it fits pretty well in that case.
Everybody has that person in their family they feel really close to, and I think people really can identify with, our story behind it. And I feel like it's such an honor to get to name something after him, and, people get a little piece of it.
Oran was one of the most humble men I'd ever known. So I don't think he would have been proud of having the case named after him. I don't think he would have liked it. We've talked about him as much as it would take to name something after him. But I know that he would have been proud that that represents what he meant to Kim and to me.